Hey guys, so one of the most important changes that we've made in our business and a number of other people have done is to actually change their sales meeting into a bit more of an audit. What do I mean by that? Well, something that you can add value one-to-one to your clients that actually can act as a sales meeting but is coming from a position of adding extra to give value to really make it feel like the customer is spending some time to be able to get something from you that they'll be able to go and implement themselves or be able to discover something new. A lot of us have used things like strategy sessions or discovery calls, and really it's just a sales meeting, and we all know that is. So if we are hyper interested in your product, great, we'll book one. But if we're just kind of exploratory, you might not get us to be able to book on. I'd much prefer to get more people booking in one-to-ones with me, which I can then do a little bit of a pre-meeting audit on them and cancel the ones that aren't good and then carry on with the ones that are good. I'd much prefer to have volume and look at the prospects than not to see nothing happening and no meetings get in my diary. So this has been a really good innovation. I'd love you to be able to change your sales meeting, upgrade your sales meeting to do an audit. So what sort of audits can you do? So let me just give you some real life examples of $1 million sprint clients and the type of audits they've been doing. So Melita Campbell, who did this for the first time, she was the one that really kind of took us onto this idea. She does a social media audit, so she audits all the different social media profiles. And actually, many of you would have seen that we do a LinkedIn profile audit, so we audit their LinkedIn profile. So the beauty of this is that you can go through things and say, hey, this is the problem that you've got. This is the different, gaps you've got in your social media program or your LinkedIn profile, and then you can then move on and actually say, well, look, we'd love to help you with it, right? Similar with the website conversion effectiveness audit, which again is something where you're trying to help to see if the website's actually converting well, and if it's not, then bam, you do the same thing with like an SEO audit on a website. We've got many life coaches or leadership coaches who will do sort of a goal setting one-to-one workshop. So that helps people to know what their goal is, and if you can help them to nail their goals, then of course you can then go on the journey with them as their coach to be able to hold them accountable to those goals. So it's a really good initial type of transition, sort of value into transition into selling them something type workshop. Another one is a ready to raise audit. So this is where we've got clients who are helping their prospects to be able to work out, are they ready to get investors to actually invest in them? Are they ready to raise money? And so that's a really nice initial meeting. We just took on a client, Tony, who's doing a showpiece day audit. So what does that mean? Is actually looking at what's a perfect day for someone and actually what makes that a perfect day. And then, of course, her coaching can help to make sure they have more days that look like a showpiece day. There's other ideas here like a brand identity assessment or a content strategy consultation. The beauty of these audits is they're kind of obvious in terms of what they are. A customer experience review or a sales funnel leak discovery. So this is working out if a sales funnel actually works. So I just want to help you to get ideas. And what you might do is just sort of throw 2 or 3 ideas into ChatGPT and say, hey, I'm looking to do an audit type thing, and get them to help you with some ideas. So once you know what the name is for your audit, then we have a campaign that we want to check out is it actually going to be a good audit? Will it work, right? So once you know what you're doing with this, and then want you to grab this swipe file, and you'll be able to get this swipe file close to this video. And this swipe file is basically what we call a proof of audit as a sales call email campaign. So it's a proof of concept, right? So proof of audit concept, really, we should be saying here. There we go, right. As a sales call campaign, right? And here we go. Let's just try and do this. I know I'm kind of editing this on the fly, but I guess that's a little bit of OCD coming in. Let's just move that so it's all on one. There you go. Right. So the concept here is we want to prove the concept of this audit, i.e. we want people to be booking this audit and we know that therefore it works. So if you go out to your entire email list, your current subscribers, and you just say to them, hey, I've got this cool new one-to-one I'd love you to book onto, where we're going to audit your, are you ready to raise audit? Or we're going to audit your LinkedIn profile, or we're going to audit your online personal brand, right? Then If you go out to, say, your 1,000 people on your email list and you get people booking into it, then you know that you've proven the concept that this audit works. So you can take that to a cold audience or your weekly moment audience or a cold email outreach type audience or a LinkedIn direct messaging audience, and you should get booking through that. If you go out to your subscribers and you get nothing, all you get is tumbleweed, then the whole point of this is you want to go back to the drawing board and think about, well, actually, how I got this audit right? Should it be a workshop? Should it be whatever it is? And maybe you need to rebrand and try again. So we've got this email campaign where we've got some examples here. So one is this is looking to raise, ready to raise audit. So you can email that would go out cold to the email list, to the subscriber list, say, are you looking to raise? And say, I'm looking forward to connecting with you further. To continue supporting your journey, I'm offering a number of ready to raise audits. And then so in this exclusive 45-minute one-to-one session, we explore whether your business is in the right position to attract investment. So when you're thinking about this, I would just copy and paste this into ChatGPT and say, hey, here's an example of an email that goes out for a ready to raise audit. My audit's actually going to be about how to review your online personal brand. And in that, I'm going to be talking about, people's social media profiles, people's tone of voice, and I'm going to be talking about people's color schemes. I don't know, whatever it is. Can you change this into my one? Bam. And then ChatGPT will just do the edit for you. But this is a really nice base piece of content for you to then use to transition into your one. And if a VA or whatever, if you're watching this and you're doing this for a client, again, you're just taking the name of the audit, a couple of bullet points down to what's going to happen in that audit, and then work it through that way. You're also taking this name and a couple of bullet points, and you're creating the Calendly booking link or the online booking link. So when we think about our online booking link here, we've created you just take a calendar appointment and just going to my Calendly now, and you're taking these bullet points for this and putting it actually into the Calendly, right? So if I just, this loads up here, you can see great, all the best laid plans. So when we're actually sending these emails out, you're then pointing them towards this. You're not pasting to a landing page or anything clever. You're just pointing them to a calendar booking link that will look something like this. And then you'll have the name of the audit here. You'll then have a few bullet points of actually what happens. So these bullet points are the sort of bullet points you put into the emails that I just showed you. And then you're doing things like first spaces are limited, first come, first serve type text in here. And so then this becomes the text for the calendar booking. And then the calendar booking is obviously the call to action. So this is the proof of concept, right? So you put it in there, you put these links and these blue things in blue, they link to the calendar. And then 5 days later, we then send a nudge 5 days later. So you're sending this email out to the 1,000 people on your email list. And then 5 days later, you're sending the nudge out to everybody who hasn't booked an audit. And then it's just a nudge. So a quick reminder about the Ready to Raise audit. These are exclusive. Reminder of the couple of things that's involved there. And then click here to find your spot, right? And so that click here, again, that's going to be a hyperlink. So you would link that up to the actual booking, right? So job done. So super important to get this right. It's a really good campaign. It's a really nice way of testing if this is going to work. And if it does, then you've got a great way of booking in meetings into your diary. Cool. Hope that helps. And big love. Take care. See you on the flip side.